Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of Shiksha Talkies. Our guest today is Mr. Abdul Nasir Shaikh. He is the CEO of Lexicon Management Institute of Leadership and Excellence. He's a TEDx speaker and he's a hospitality and management consultant. Thank you very much for joining us today, Mr. Nasir Shaikh.
In terms of Lexicon Group of Institutes, our vision always has been about being genuine towards providing knowledge. It's it's about having a great intent towards building leaders of the future and very responsible citizens. So our approach, it's a very student-centric approach, but also keeping the moral and the community in mind. And way we kind of go about our curriculum, be it in our schools or be it in the Management Institute of Leadership and Excellence, has been about integrating that aspect about. The other aspect that we respect totally is that each student is unique. Like as each human being is unique, each student is unique. And you need to kind of have an approach where you are able to take out the full potential or help that student meet their own potential by adjusting or adapting what you do to make it meet their needs. Because a lot of times what happens is if you use one stick approach that fits all, it doesn't give the result that you need. So we've always kept that as an approach, and hence in a short time, we are 15-year old as a group of institutions, and the Lexicon Management Institute of Leadership and Excellence is 10 plus, so we're 11 years old. The whole thought process, how do we kind of build from that basis and take that up? And hence the growth has also been phenomenal. We've got close to 10,000 students across our group studying and learning and growing and becoming responsible citizens. So building up from what I just said, the central theme of the education, the central theme of what we do at Lexicon Management Institute of Leadership and Excellence is focusing on the needs of the students and working around the needs of the student that is there. So when we say a one student at a time approach, you need to understand what are the opportunities that student has, what are the strengths that person has, and what are the areas of improvement. And also sometimes what is the environment that the student is coming from or is living in. Keeping that in mind, in the beginning of the year, we actually do a run of selections in terms of aptitude tests, one-on-one interviews, counseling, and there's a lengthy induction program. There's a 21-day induction program, which kind of brings them in terms of awareness of what's coming their way. So it allows us to kind of understand the student in terms of where they sit, and we are able together along with the student to do a SWOT. Now, based on this sort of, we've always kind of believe, and it's a personal belief which is very strong with me, that if you leverage the strengths of a student, the student can achieve much more. So you help fill the gaps if there are any in terms of the areas of improvements, but focus on the strengths, and the person will be able to, the student himself or herself will be able to leverage that more better. So we've got a variety of programs. We've got our AICTE approved PGDM course. That's a postgraduate diploma in management. It's a 2-year course, which is there, and you have specializations available in marketing, HR, finance, and business analytics. How the program is structured is the first trimester, in the first year, it is purely focused on theoretical classes, where you've got your lectures, you've got your tutorials, you've got action plans, you've got business plan cases. You're basically working all around the academia to put in as much knowledge as possible, along with a great selection of events that happen to give the students an opportunity to network and get to know the industry interface. In year 2, they focus on elements of getting industry exposure, where they have an industry mentor, they have an academic mentor, and they go for a 9-month paid internship program, where the whole focus about them is learning and applying what they've learned in year one. We've got a global MBA with the University of South Wales, which is a program where students spend a year in India with us, and then they go for 1 year to the United Kingdom to study on campus with the University of South Wales, which is a century-old. Sorry, I'll just. Which is a century-old institution and a university. It's a great partnership again out there with them that we have, and it's very important. You get an international exposure where students are able to get cross-cultural insight. You're studying with different students. You're being exposed to different cultures, and you understand international business relationships. You get an internship opportunity out there, which is 3 months. You work on a project, and you come back more fuller. And especially if you are seeking a role either internationally or with one of the multinational companies, you're very well equipped to handle multicultural opportunities, concerns, and leverage them to your own strengths, which sometimes somebody else can't. Then similarly, we have a partnership and alliance with the University of New Haven in the United States. And a similar program where you're spending 1 year on campus at the Lexicon Management Institute of Leadership and Excellence in Pune, and the next year in the University of New Haven. So the program is kind of all the 3 programs are built in such a way that when you get out, you're very well prepared